So again, students, I want to highlight that the best thing we can do is to reduce the number of things like cell phones that we purchase, because many times these products have very negative social and environmental impacts, from obtaining the raw materials, making the raw materials into the products we buy online or at the stores, and the disposal of those products. All the things that we purchase have an impact. We call these impacts externalized costs because these costs are invisible and they are placed on other communities or aspects of nature that we don't see in the final product. And if you don't even have a place to recycle your phones, then it will end up in a landfill that is probably here in the US. Here in San Francisco, we send our trash to Vaclaville, to the Recology Hague Road landfill. Vaclaville is an agricultural city with a diverse population of about 98,000 residents. When we throw things away, they don't just disappear, they get sent there. A landfill is the place where everything that we put into our trash can gets put into a huge hole that we dig in the earth, and then we cover it with dirt and bury it forever. When we put organic materials like food into the landfill, it doesn't break down. It just sits there and it releases a powerful greenhouse gas called methane that contributes to climate change. But aside from the environmental impacts associated with landfills, they also have negative social implications in the communities where they exist. When materials in landfills slowly break down, they can cause dangerous chemicals to potentially leach into the soil and the groundwater. This can result in a serious contaminations issue, and for a city like Vaclaville that relies on local water supplies and good soil quality for agriculture, this can be a huge food systems related problem. For example, if the landfill liner down here were to break, this pollution from our waste can make its way into the water and then the food chain, not only hurting animals, but humans too. Landfill sites are often very unpopular with residents, and many residents have a similar response when a landfill is proposed. We call this response "not in my backyard," meaning that it has to exist, but we don't want it in our backyard or community. This response is because landfill sites impact the natural landscape. They stink, they're an eyesore, and they become a bacteria breeding ground. The smell, traffic, noise, and vermin that accompany landfills can also lower prices of houses around the area. Human exposure to landfill sites has also been linked to other health effects, such as birth defects, respiratory illnesses, and cancer. And what communities do you think get stuck with these landfill sites in their neighborhoods? I'm going to give you a minute to think about this question. Well, students, it's often communities of color and low-income communities that get taken advantage of because of different reasons. Maybe the community has a language barrier, a lack of political knowledge, or maybe they might not have any other option because of the jobs that can be created. This unfair treatment is called environmental racism. That means that some communities or neighborhoods where mostly people of color live are polluted by more industries as compared with other communities where most of the residents are white. The color of our skin should not determine how polluted or clean our neighborhood is. And in response to environmental racism,
There's a worldwide movement called environmental justice.
environmental justice means that all people, no matter where they live, how much money they have, or what color their skin is, should have equal rights to live, work, and play in healthy environments and make decisions about their environment. By making less waste, we help protect the people living in neighborhoods most affected by waste.